Hello.
Hi, is that Rita?
Yes, it is.
Oh, hey, this is Levi calling from sticksforstones.net in Brisbane, Australia. How are you going?
Hey, I'm going all right.
That's the way.
How's it down there?
Yeah, pretty good. I was
Good.
I was supposed to call you last week, and I got AM confused with PM, so I got the wrong time. So sorry about
Was
that.
that you?
Yeah.
No, that's okay. You weren't the only one that day. It was like the first 3 out of the shoot. I was like, hey, man, are y'all sure y'all scheduled everybody for the right day? Because the first 3 are no shows. So you weren't the only one. That's all right.
Oh well, that's good to know. So yeah, first of all, I think we'll talk a bit about the new DVD that's coming out, Dime Vision 2. Can you tell us a bit about it and what kind of footage we'll see? I know that you mentioned there's going to be a lot of like really old school footage from the 80s and stuff like that.
Yeah, we've got some segments that we shot, in the 80s of, Daryl, when they would play the club, he'd always have like an area, I think, probably within the second set, because a lot of times then they would play 3 1-hour sets, and would have to play cover songs as well. But their middle set, though, he would always, do the guitar solo, give the guys, kind of a break on stage and stuff, and he would mix it up. He'd have we put in the medley of the road he used to do. And it's pretty cool. It was always one of my favorites, And as far as that, everything else, it's kind of like a lot of the footage, and music, that we really wouldn't be able to use for Pantera 4, like the David Allen Coe stuff and Damage Plan and Daryl's 4 tracks. And so Dime Vision kind of gives us the place, for all of that, for Dime at home. And where people can see, that's not just how he was on stage, but that's how he lived 24/7, He was just that person always. And, so there's a lot of different things in there, like Christmas time, where he's making a Christmas present mailbox for somebody, and, where he takes the lawn guy to go get a pedicure, Girl Scouts coming, to the door to sell cookies, just different stuff like that. So, he just was that natural, true reality star, He didn't have to have anybody write him up a script or anything, to make a moment in his life. He was just that dude. He saw it, and that stuff goes around people all the time, and you just got to see it. And he just was one of those people that did, which is why we refer to the term Dime Vision.
Yeah, for sure.
He just had that knack.
When did you originally meet Dime? Because I know you've been going out for a very long time. You were going out a very long time. When did you meet him, and what was it about him that you were attracted to?
I guess when I met him, I really didn't think anything like that, because neither one of us had even gone through puberty. We were like 8 years old. So we were at this little area where there was like a housing construction area in the neighborhood. And I used to stay, my cousin's mom would pick us up after school, and then my mom, we'd be there for a couple of hours before my mom would get off work and pick us up. And my cousin just lived, a few houses down from Daryl when they were growing up. And so, I pushed him off the bicycle, actually. It was like the first time that I remember meeting him. And so, but, and then time went on, and, he started playing music. Of course, we both loved Kiss. That was another thing when we were like younger, so that we shared. But yeah, it wasn't up until, I think we were like 18, 19, and that Daryl actually told me he liked me. So I was like, well, cool, I like you too then. So, it's kind of one of those.
Yeah, easy done.
But yeah, my best friend,
Now, something I've always been interested in finding out a few more details about. I know when Dime was very young, he used to enter like guitar shredding competitions, and I think he won the first few and then became a judge. Did you ever attend any of those?
They actually wouldn't let him enter the contest anymore, so they made him a judge.
Yeah. when he did the competitions, were any of the other kids good, or did Dime just absolutely annihilate them?
No, there were still some other really good players and stuff in there too, but yeah, he just kind of ran off and left them in the dirt as far as locally around us. So. But I think that was another thing about his playing, was that him being such an open book as a person. He was that open book when he played as well, and I think people felt that. They knew it was genuine and from the heart and from the soul,
Yeah, for sure. I was just wondering, do you ever listen to Hell Yeah? Are you supportive of the music that Vinny's doing these days?
I saw Vinny last night. We were all at the Loudwire Music Awards, and it was a lot of fun, getting to see I saw Rex too, and it's always nice to get a big hug from both of them. So, but yeah, absolutely. When they did the first record, when they were first putting it together, and the guys all came, Vinny called me and he goes, "Hey man, are you in Texas?" And I'm like, "No." And he goes, "Well, you think you could, come back and maybe open up the studio? Got these guys coming over and just want to, check them out and see if we click, and we just kind of want to, hang out a little bit and maybe put something on tape." And I hadn't been in the studio since everything happened. Vinny had said this to me, and I go, "Yeah, man, absolutely." So I came home and hung out for like the 2 weeks, and was there the whole duration when they recorded the first record, and it was really cool because during that time, Daryl used to call me all the time if they were downstairs doing something, and I'd be upstairs making food, and he's like, "Hey, dude, can you come down here for a second? Can you turn off what you're doing?" Philip kind of hung up on this one line, and I need an audience, so I'd come down there and climb up on the back of the gold lame couch that was in the control room, and Philip was out in the main studio, but in the big window, and we'd make eye contact, and he'd belt out the line, and Joe was like, "All right, cool, that's all we needed you for." And I'm like, "Well, kick ass," but it was cool to get to be that person, that got to come down for those kind of moments. And I remember during the Hell Yeah recording of the first record, Jim called me upstairs. He's like, "Dude, what are you doing? Can you come down here for a second? I want you to hear this part." And for him to do that, I mean, it just, that feeling came back over, and it was so familiar, and it just was a really awesome moment coming from Vinny to call me and do what Daryl always did,
Sure.
And, but yeah, absolutely. I try to be supportive of those guys,
Yeah. I heard there was another Damage Plan album that was, partially completed, and Vinny said in an interview he'd like to complete it one day, maybe with like a guest vocalist. What do you think about that album, seeing the light of day?
Honestly, I know that there's probably not enough for a complete album, but there are songs done and recorded. I mean, I know sometimes I'll forget about them, and they'll circle back around on my iTunes library because I have them loaded in there, and it'll surprise me, and I'm like, "Damn, that's fucking killer. What is that?" And then it dawns on me. I'm like, "Oh yeah." And but me personally, and as a fan, and also just the way I know Daryl felt about Pantera, no matter what the band was called or whatever, at, the end of his life, he was always Pantera in his heart.
Yeah.
That's just what he grew up being. And, Vinny and Daryl were Pantera even before Philip and Rex were in the band, And I would like to see those songs, honestly. I would love it if Philip and Rex completed them with Vinny and Daryl. I think that would be awesome. For that to be, his last music.
Yeah, definitely.
What he knew he was. Yeah, what he knew he was in his heart.
I'd love to see that happen. I spoke to Vinny a while ago, and it doesn't sound like he wants to talk to Phil anytime soon, which is a bit disappointing, but I guess I see his point of view as well.
Yeah, you just never know what goes on inside someone else's skin, and I respect, of course, his decisions and things when it comes to that situation. I know those guys have been through a lot in their lives. I mean, a lot of hilarious moments to a lot of horrendous moments, and at the end of the day, I mean, the things they shared, there's a bond there that I just don't think you can completely sever no matter what, you know. But I know in order for somebody to hurt you or make you feel that way, you really deeply have to care about them for them to affect you like that. So, you know, you never know. I mean, Vinny never ceases to surprise me about things, you know. So I think it would be great, if maybe one day he was able to get that burden off of him. Because I know when you carry something like that around, because me personally, I know, it's a tough one to carry. It takes a lot of your energy, even when you don't realize it.
Yeah, for sure. I did an interview last year that went quite viral. I was talking to Scott Ian from Anthrax, and, you know, we talked about the Phil White Power incident. And I really felt like the media just kind of kept that story going way too long. What do you think about that? Do you think they kind of, you know, should have stopped after a while? It seemed like every day there was another post about Phil saying that.
I mean, when somebody apologizes, what else can you ask from them? There's nothing else you can get from them. Either you accept that apology or you don't.
Yeah.
But there's not any, like you said, there's not anything else you can ask of that person but to try to better themselves. And, you know, I've seen Philip rise from some pretty terrible ashes, and I got faith in him, you know. I think he will better himself out of that situation. I know the few times I've seen him since then, I mean, he's doing great, you know. He's not boozing. He's working out. He's lost a lot of weight. You know, he looks great, you know. So I think, I think it was pretty ridiculous. I also, you know, was really hurt by the fact that for someone to have, I guess, felt the way that I thought Scott felt about Daryl, as to why he would turn around and sell something that supposedly meant so much to him as the guitar Daryl had made for him and signed, really hurt me.
I didn't know about that.
He was, no, a lot of people don't. And when I found out about it, I immediately reached out to him. I was like, how could you do that? I mean, I know that guitar was made, you know, out of love, and that's 15 years ago. And if you didn't like the image on it, just paint over it, because it's still that guitar that he made for you and gave to you, you know. And I didn't receive a big old donation from charity from it, you know, and I was really hurt by it because, you know, we had made a deal back in 2005 that should he ever part with it, he would contact me first so that I could keep Daryl's collection, you know, that I feel together. And he didn't, so yeah, that part still bugs me.
Yep. Speaking about Dimebag's collection, for the new Dime Vision DVD, there's a pledge music site where you can buy some Pantera memorabilia. I know there's like clothing, and I think there's some rare demos and CDs and whatnot. Can you tell us a bit about some of the items that our fans can buy if they'd like?
Actually we put up quite a bit of props and stuff. Like I went in the house, you know, and looked through all of our costumes and, you know, Halloween stuff and just props that you would see in the Pantera home videos as well, and in Dime Vision. And so, you know, there's like the CPAP machine that you'll see in Volume 2. I think we just put a trailer up of it this week. And it's up there for purchase, you know, and it's a pretty funny segment. And I'm about to load it back up this coming week because, you know, most all the items just flew off the shelf, you know. But I've got a lot of, you know, clothing and stage clothes and things that you would see Daryl, you know, wearing that we're about to put up there. And so that, you know, it's available to people. And, you know, you'll get a really cool certificate and photo, you know, of him in the items or with the items. To authenticate it, and but you know, I think it gives a chance, one, for us to be able to do this volume and to be able to work on the next one, and you know, and it gives fans a chance to get to have a piece too of something that they know, you know, instead of it just sitting and collecting dust in the closet, you know. But it's a good investment. You're just investing in the next Dime Vision Volume 30. So.
Yeah, for sure. Did you ever get a chance to tour?
Definitely go check it out.
Did you ever get a chance to tour Australia with Dimebag?
No, I didn't. We actually were talking about it the last time when they went, and they took COC over,
Mhm.
and I was at work, and he and I were discussing. He's like, we really got to go there because you'd really dig it. It's more Americanized, and the
Yep.
food's great, and the people are cooler, and But we were making plans. That was one spot that I always wanted to go. Was New Zealand, Australia, Fiji Islands. I mean, and it's still a goal. I'll make it there. So.
Yeah, definitely. It would be cool if you could come down. Remember when I talked to Vinny, he said Australia is like a big old Texas. So I haven't been to Texas yet, but I'd love to.
Oh yeah, definitely. You should come to Texas too. Oh, we'll welcome you in. We give some of the best hospitality.
Oh yeah, it looks like a great place, and Dime's from there, so it must be awesome.
Exactly. Yeah. Pretty good cook. I'll fatten you up. So.
Yeah. Sounds good. So just checking again, when's the release date for Dime Vision?
It is November 24th, so it drops on Black Friday. We are also doing a really cool, photo book that you can get a deluxe set. And then we're also dropping a vinyl as well, a collector's vinyl. I know that you really don't see much of that, and you can't pre-order that, but it comes out and will be available in the stores. The vinyl will be for on November 24th as well.
Oh, I'm a massive vinyl collector, so I'll have to get that one. I just bought the Pantera box set not long ago, so I'm sure that will be next.
Well, awesome, yeah, because I wanted to do it like as a surprise, but in the front and the back photos that we used for the vinyl, they were taken by Bobby Tongs, and I thought it would be really cool for him to get to see his photos and things on Dimebag for the hits, So, yeah, I think it's a cool little, it's a good shot of Daryl when he's really young and in his 4-track and stringing a guitar. And it's like his first 4-track that was built out in the garage at his mom's house,
Yeah.
So, yeah, so pick it up. I think you'll dig it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thanks very much for doing the interview. I'll post up some links and stuff a bit later on today, so hopefully you can check it out, and I'll be promoting the DVD in Australia.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and I'm really sorry about my voice. I kind of shocked from the award show last night, so.
Oh, that's okay. I didn't even
understand me.
sound fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks very much, Rita. Have a great day.
I will. You do the same.
All right. Bye.